Hey everybody, I'm Dustin.
I'm Matt.
We're going to talk about episode 5 of season 3 Breaking Bad, episode title Moss, which means more in Spanish.
All in all, a great episode.
Absolutely.
I had a lot of fun with it.
Seeing them flash back to old times is always great, even though it's only been 6 months.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I don't remember them doing that much in the first or second season, but so far in the third season, it seems like every episode has a flashback. Or what I like about it is that it's a scene that you know must have happened,
but you just never saw it.
Right, you never saw it. It's so much fun to get to go back and see those scenes.
It was fun seeing them in the strip club.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seeing Combo back to life.
Yeah, Combo and the creepy skinny dude. That guy's insane. He'll never be in anything else ever again, because I can't imagine what besides a crystal meth user you would be able to cast him as.
He'll find probably. I mean, there will be more crystal meth things. What did you think of Skylar this episode?
She was cool. It was a little. She's been so combative the last few episodes. In this episode, she kind of hangs back a little bit.
Well, it's because she's getting laid.
Right, she is getting laid, so she's totally happy. She's got the warm floor in the bathroom.
Yes, she does, but then you see her put that towel down because I think she's feeling
right.
guilty.
Yeah, she doesn't want to enjoy herself too much.
She ends up using her lawyer as a therapist.
Yeah, which is pretty funny.
And I love that the lawyer even calls it out. The lawyer's like,
yeah.
I'm much more expensive than a therapist.
Yeah, and half as qualified.
That was a pretty funny scene with him looking in at those
absolutely
that old, fat naked couple playing cards.
Yeah, that was pretty classic. I did not expect that.
I mean, I didn't expect to see people cooking meth, but
yeah,
I didn't expect old fat people playing cards.
It was pretty funny.
So you think this is just going to add to his, depression of now that his partner's taking his job?
Maybe, but it seems like he's kind of finally on track. He figures out, or he ends up at Combo's place. At the end, yeah, and he has the lead on the RV, and that's something. I mean, he's really had nothing so far this season to go on.
I gotta say, the Super Lab.
The Super Lab's amazing. It's beyond what I could imagine any crystal meth user in the world uses.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, there has to be something like that somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe not to quite that scale, but then again, maybe.
Possibly.
I mean, there's probably huge cookers somewhere.
Yeah. How many pounds a week did he want?
Did he want 200?
I think 200 pounds.
200 pounds a week to make it worth his while.
That will end up covering the entire West Coast.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have to be distributing everywhere in the United States. I mean, he's got. Well, I guess it depends on how far Polios goes, how many Polios locations he has, because that's probably how he ships it around using those trucks. And then
it's so smart. If only I owned chicken franchises.
Well, but not but that.
Drug dealer.
Not just that, but also the being able to hide the chemicals within the laundry stuff.
Absolutely, and then have the filter so that it's just blowing out steam and not poisoned air.
Yeah, Gustavo was a good businessman. Jesse was pretty upset this episode.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see him a little bit. He's been so depressed the last few episodes, and just listening to that voicemail over and over and over again, and now that it's finally that her number no longer works, he seems almost back to his usual self.
So the episode ends with Hank seeing it's Jesse in the picture of the Combo. How do you think that's gonna turn
out? Well, I mean, the tricky thing about that is that I'm sure Hank now knows a lot about Jesse, but can't that picture doesn't really prove anything. He can't just go arrest Jesse right now.
But he's already kind of gone rogue, so he just has to go find Jesse with the RV, and he's done.
Yeah.
And in the last episode, Jesse was driving the RV around.
True.
So, I mean.
Yeah, and in the way that Jesse stormed out, it seems like it's going to be kind of a race to see who can start producing crystal as fast as possible.
Right.
And who can get their product out on the street first.
the funniest scene in this episode, I think, was seeing Walt on the phone in his daughter's room.
Yeah, in the closet.
And the little chair gets stuck to his butt.
Funny stuff.
And we finally kind of got to see him have a moment with his daughter.
Yeah.
It's like it was almost like they were having a happy family dinner.
Definitely.
And this guy was like, "You want to see the baby?" And he like had a moment where he's like, I think that was like the epiphany moment where he's like, "I need to provide for these people. I'm going to do this. I'm going to cook for these people, even though she doesn't want me to. This is my daughter. That's my son."
Yeah, but then he signs the divorce papers.
He said one thing to Gustavo that I really liked was that he respects the chemistry, and that's why he does it.
Yeah.
And I think that was the moment where Gustavo was like, "Oh, if that's true, then come check this out, because he'll respect this."
Yeah.
And oh god, it was so like superhero-ish, like, you know, going through the Batcave.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, the thing going up and then like climbing down.
Right, it was like Superman's lair.
Like it's funny to see Walt nerd out about the chemistry stuff. He's like, "Oh my god, this is a condensifier."
Yeah.
Like, "Oh my god, this must be 200 liters. This is awesome." And Gustavo's just like, "It's working. It's working."
Yeah, it was weird. It was like, you know, in the movies where like the college recruiter tries to get the kid to like
come play football.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, "Look at all these wickets we got.
Yeah.
You can climb all these. You can do all these, you know, muscular things." It's funny to see Saul in a moment of extreme desperation.
Yeah, absolutely. He turned so quick.
Oh my God. He's there for Jesse, and then as soon as he finds out that Walt has a better business opportunity, he goes with him. And the fact that he says to Jesse, "You're the winner."
That's what happens.
So he went from getting 17.5% down to 5 now.
Yeah.
But still, 5 is still $150,000
Yeah.
for just, you know, smuggling some money.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works out.
I liked a lot of the lighting in this episode. Every place was really dark. They had a lot of scenes that took place early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And like when Hank first comes home and he's getting into the shower, camera's in the bedroom and it's almost pitch dark, except there's like rays of really nice orange light poking through, and it's sort of bouncing off little places and creating just enough light that you can tell what's going on. And I think it's really amazing that, like, when you look at a frame in this show, so much of it is dark, but there's just enough light
to see what you need to see.
Exactly, to see what you need to see.
Yeah, like when he goes through Combo's room.
Yeah.
It's so funny to like see that first shot of like Combo sitting there. And so there was something written on it. I gotta look back and see.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was like from Jesse or one of his friends being like, "Combo, we like to eat you, man."
Yeah.
Well, Matt, thank you.
Yeah. Anytime.
I have to throw a shout out to Brian, who works for not Brian Cranston. I wish. Brian, a friend of mine at AMC. You know who you are. Thanks for the hat. Thanks for the Schrader Brew T-shirt. And season 2 on DVD, so that's great. I'm going to get more people to check this show out. Again, you can see Matt's stuff at Metropolitan Bait and Tackle, or he shot a lot of stuff for us. We got a big thing coming out soon from Dr. Cool Sex. Check out our channel here, Matt's channel here. Sayonara.